Thanks so much. I welcome you to Politics Today. I'm your brother, Great. It does appear there is an organized effort to extend the tenure of the chairman of Independence Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu. The argument is that Tinubu had been extending tenure of people who are due for retirement, from the IG of police, who is a Yoruba man, to the one in charge of immigration, a Yoruba lady. Recently, the one in charge of custom, a Yoruba man also. And the pressure now is that let it not be it's only those of Yoruba ethnic nationality whose tenure will be extended.
We begin with the controversy surrounding President Bola Tinubu's decision to extend by 1 year the tenure of the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeni, whose tenure was initially scheduled to end on August 31, 2025, will now remain in office until August 2026. And this has led to uproar both within and outside the security services, paramilitary agencies, with many reading meanings to Tinubu's constant extension of office for some people, including the Inspector General of Police, Kaide Gbetokun, and several heads of security and paramilitary agencies like Immigration Controller General Kemi Nananandap. The tenure extensions look even more suspicious, especially when they seem to come from one part of the country, according to critics, at a time when the president's appointments have been criticized as being skewed towards his southwest and, in fact, his hegemony in Lagos State.
And considering the fact that Mahmood Yakubu did the unthinkable in 2023 and Tinubu was able to win, are they sure if another person is appointed, the person will repeat the magic Mahmood Yakubu performed in 2023? Is it possible to allow Wike to do what he did in Rivers State and perform the magic that made APC to win Rivers State and in other places through the activities of Nyesom Wike, which has to do with brazen violation of the law? BBC documentary presented what happened, how votes were added and vote of Labour Party deducted. BBC documentary presented it. Who can perform that magic again? Because by vote of the Nigerian people, Tinubu cannot win even Lagos State, even his ward, he cannot win anywhere. They all know that nobody of sound mind will cast a vote for APC. They know it. During presidential election, nobody of sound mind. So, if Tinubu had been extending the tenure of those who should retire and step aside, what stops him from extending the tenure of Mahmood Yakubu? One good turn, they say, deserve another. Having performed very well, his tenure should be extended. What Nigerians need to do is to wake up. We need electoral reform. Everybody should stand strong and cry out for electoral reform. Peaceful protest is a constitutional right to drive home our demand for electoral reform. Beavers must be used. Actual vote cast must be consistent with accredited number of voters. The issue of accredited number of voters will be far lower than actual vote cast, must not be tolerated. There must be transmission of result from the polling booth real time. That must be in the Constitution. It is not at INEC discretion. The judges in Nigeria must grow up and use their brain and know that INEC guideline becomes part of the law that must be enforced. INEC have no constitutional authority to produce guideline and will not follow the guideline because of questionable Supreme Court justices who can use their brain. Guideline becomes part of the law when once it is made public for the conduct of an election, and the court must enforce that guideline. These are the things Nigerians need to cry out for. Blank paper, under no circumstances whatsoever, cannot be a result sheet. As we had over 8,000 of them in 2023 that affected over 4 million votes, Nigerians should wake up. That is the strategy they adopted to rig 2023 presidential election. We know their game. Let us wake up now. Whether Mahmoud Yakubu will be allowed to go and back and continue, or a new INEC chairman will be appointed, Nigerians must insist now on electoral reform. We already know. Tinubu knows. Nobody of sound mind will cast a vote for him. He knows that very well. It does not matter all the governors who will defect to APC. They all have only one vote. The governors are not in charge of their states. The vote, the Nigerian people will come out to vote against hunger, against hardship, against insecurity, which the ruling party now represents. And they know that. And they know that. Let us sit up now. Whether they retain the man or they remove him and appoint a new INEC chairman, Nigerians must now insist on electoral reform. It does not matter who is there. If we are proactive and we defend our vote, whatever they will do to rig the election will not stand. And we must speak up against ethnic profiling. Those talks that will tell one particular ethnic group, don't come out to vote if you're not going to vote for APC, the law must take its course. We must insist those people should be prosecuted and arrested real time. It's not after they have perpetrated their madness, then the security agencies will act drama for us. That's not what we need. It's time for every Nigerian to speak up. Wake up, be active. Let us monitor these people and monitor their next move. They are already frustrated because they know they have nothing to present again. Tinubu built Lagos. Tinubu did that. We have seen Tinubu. He has presented his capacity and we have seen the result. Share this video, subscribe to this channel. Be part of what God is doing. Be active citizen. It's for the common good of all. One of the things we must do is to educate our people. The quality of our people will contribute in no small way in raising the quality of our leaders. The time to begin is now.